Posted around everywhere. And okay, make sure it's live on YouTube. Because if not, gotta love technology. Let's see. And what's worse, it doesn't even send it out anymore. That's the worst part. And okay, we're live. Perfect. So there you go, guys. You get the behind the scenes of what it means to stream and all that. But what's up, everybody? This is the Law Mundo, and we are back with another edition of the Laws Roundtable. This is season 2. This is episode 4, and I'm joined by the lovely, the baddest Valentina Vazquez. Wait, let me make sure I'm saying that right. Is it Vazquez or Vazquez?
Vazquez.
Okay.
Everyone says Vazquez though, yeah. I get it, like people even tag me with an S and I'm like, it clearly I have a Z, but okay, it's fine. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Like
it's funny, when I started doing a lot of the universe mode stuff, that's when I learned. I was like, oh yeah, it's with a Z.
yeah.
Because even when I pronounced it, I'm like, attempted the accent, the S, I'm like, whoops.
It's fine. A lot of people do it.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people do the S and I'm like, okay, whatever works. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna be like, it's V, like, or Z, sorry, V.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. But how's it going, Val? How's it going? How's everything?
Alright, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
I love the red hair now.
Thank you. At least someone likes it. I've gotten made fun of so many times from it. Everyone's like, it's just been colors of the rainbow now.
Whatever, it's your hair.
Hey, it is what it is. I'll just keep changing it. By the time this podcast ends, it's just like, okay,
what's the next color? Have you ever done yellow?
Technically, no. I did blonde. I don't know if that counts because I have like
there's like a bright yellow. I don't know if you ever like would want to do that.
Yeah.
But there is like, what is it called? There's a hair dye that is like a lot of the dyes are really, really bright. So they have like those bright yellows, like the Haley William Riot orange and all those different colors. I forgot what it's called. It's what she owns it though.
Yeah.
So that makes sense why they have like the orange fucking Haley Williams color. But the yellow on there is like so beautiful. Like I saw it and I was like, I really wish I had blonde hair so I could just dye my hair all these colors.
Yeah. I gotta look at that now because I've done, like I said, I've done blonde, I've done silver, I've done red, I've done blue, which I'll never go back to blue because that just looked horrible.
Really?
Yeah, the blue. I always make fun of my hair because I was like, it looked like an Oompa Loompa. That's how bad my hair was. I was like, nope, never again. The red, to me, it works. I always said the red worked.
I like the red.
But
I like the red. And Latinos always look good in red. Red lipstick, red hair, red outfit, red color. We always look good in red. So.
No. Hey, most of the graphics I made for you were red, so it worked.
Yeah, look at that. So we're in sync.
There we go. But how's everything else? How's it been? I know we're still in the midst of this crazy pandemic, so how's everything been for you getting through all this?
It's been crazy because I am technically an essential worker, so it's like I didn't get the break that everyone else kind of got to do. Not that, not to make light of it, because some people actually lose their jobs and stuff like that, so I understand completely. But so it's just been kind of hectic, kind of like now trying to juggle everything with everything kind of going back to normal, even though it's not really. Like, to me, I don't think it's going back to normal. I think it's just we're in this weird, like, it's just a weird spot we're in. Where like some people are like, oh, we're back to normal, and other people are like still really.
Yeah, I don't know what to call it anymore. Like I was saying at one point, it's like, okay, we're getting normal-ish, but it's like,
yeah.
It doesn't feel normal because we were never at this point either pre-pandemic. So it's like, yeah, I don't know what to call it anymore. We're at
it's just it's like level 5 of the pandemic or 10 or whatever the hell. Like, I feel like it's honestly, I feel like this variant is way worse. I think that we are not taking it as seriously. And, so for me right now, it's just like work made me kind of back to normal, but not really. Like, you know, first everyone was okay with not wearing masks. Now they have to all wear masks again. So it's like, okay, so we went a step back. So I don't know. It just seems like whatever this is, it's not normal, even if everyone else wants to say that it is.
Yeah. No, I could definitely agree with that, but hey, I guess we gotta push through.
Yeah.
Wrestling wise, how's that been? Because I know you've started certain shows again, because it's been a little iffy again with the pandemic still going on. How's that been for you?
So I feel like August was. I actually thought I had a show this last Saturday. It came up, and they were like, "No, we rescheduled it for a different time." And I was like, "All right." So like almost all of August, I would have had a show.
Yeah.
Each weekend, and that was kind of the most. I think I've never had like almost a full month where I've had a show. It's either been like 2 Saturdays or like 1 Saturday, and then the next month I'll have like 2 or 3. So that was. I was like, wow, I'm really fortunate that this is happening. And more people are wanting to use me as a wrestler.
Yeah.
But it's been decent. Like I said, with everything going on, it just like I haven't really been like pushing to get a lot. I'll like if someone wants to use me, I'll 100%. I'm not against it. I'm just also not like writing on Twitter like, hey, I'm free on all these days. Like, can you book me? Like, it's kind of. It's like, all right, I'll take what I can. Also it's harder. Like at my job, I also started seeing. For shooties, I also started getting like a promotion and stuff like that. So now it's kind of like a tug and pull there. Not a tug and pull, but like more like, hey, these are the days I need off, or I need to leave early to do wrestling. And then my boss is cool with it. Like, he's fine, but I feel like if you got newly promoted, you might like be a little bit more apprehensive. Unlike before, where I was like, hey, I'm taking Saturday off and that's it. But like I said, he's really cool. So like, I haven't had an issue with it yet. So, and that's the case. He obviously doesn't talk about it, but he knows my whole he knows about it. He gets it and supports it. So it is. So I'm not really that worried about it. But it's also making me not go out of my way. Hey, can you book me on all these days? Because one person wanted to book me. It was like a last minute booking, but it was somewhere really far, and I was like, I won't be able to sneak off that fast. You know what I mean? Like, so, but like I said, like I'm very happy that I'm actually moving forward. I feel like my career has kind of been not complacent, like plateaued a little bit, where only like a few people would be like, hey, I want to use you, and that's it. And now I feel like I'm getting more. Maybe it's because I'm interacting with different people, and that's why. But yeah, I'm getting a little bit more people asking me to be on the show, and I'm happy about it because it's more debuts. And, I like debuts.
Yeah. Hey, gotta love it. It's also that networking aspect. I feel like once one person sees you, it's like, okay, let's see what she's about, or let's talk to this person, see. So how did that go? Or they just start seeing. That's why when I spoke to Mac the other day, I was like, we have the advantage now of social media. Everything is out there now that it's like they can see clips from this, or see if there's a highlight reel out there, or just anything, and be like, okay, I want to use this person now. Now, like, that was more back in the day of the word of mouth aspect of, so how's this person, or how's that worker, or how's that? So it works.
I mean, I feel like mine lately has been word of mouth more than anything, which I'm kind of glad about. I feel like maybe I have not so many great matches out there that I don't like, you know what I mean, that are on the internet, which it sucks for now, like, you know what I mean, like, for newer people now, it's like, back then, if you had a bad match and reported it, no one would know it, but like that now, bad match, everyone reports everything, so it's like on the internet, and you're like, well, I can't even lie and say this is kind of good. Like it's there. It is
Yeah.
what it is.
So I guess it is that double-edged sword too. Like with me, I always say it works out, but it's also like there's those things that's like I wish it wasn't there. But knowing you, you're also
Yeah,
your worst critic, or a lot of us are. But I'm always like, the match is good, but you're like, no, I hated this, hated that. It's like,
yeah, everyone. I feel like, especially wrestlers, like we have an idea of how we want the match to be,
Yeah.
and then it's like it doesn't happen, and then you're like, okay, this was shit, and I don't want to even acknowledge it anymore. And I'm one of those people, like I don't want to acknowledge it. Obviously, you have to learn from your mistakes,
Yeah.
but it's like, I don't acknowledge it, then it doesn't bother me, and then I don't have to worry about it. Like,
yeah. No, I'm the same way. Even with this, like I was telling you off air, it's like I'm so like anal about details now that it's like when I look back on like last season of podcasting, I'm like, the audio was horrible. It looked horrible. I'm like, I wish it wasn't even there, but it's like I already called this season 2, so the catalog's there. So good luck with it, guys.
Well, some of us, I don't know who it was. I think it was Bailey Sarian, which is like the murder makeup mystery girl.
Yeah.
She was like, your first podcast, your first anything's not going to be great.
Yeah.
You would never know you get better unless you keep doing it. So like, I was like, yeah, it's true. Like, it's true. Because like, obviously your first anything's not going to be the greatest.
Yeah.
But then once you start doing it over and over again or being repetitive, then it gets better. Not repetitive, like, you know what I mean? Like muscle memory. Once you start doing stuff and you realize, I'm like, okay, this doesn't work, but this works, and this worked the last time, so I'm going to use this again. Then you become like,
No, definitely. And I feel like it works with that. Like, it's like riding a bike again. Like, you start to be like, oh, yeah, this is what I need. This is what I need to do. And it goes from there.
Yeah, exactly.
So, definitely. It's something else I guess we can both talk about again, that how annoying it is sometimes with settings and all that. Streaming.
I was playing with my friend, and I wanted him to be a part of the stream.
Yeah.
And I didn't go through, and then I finally figured it out that I had to put in chat, you know what I mean, like in chat conversation. And I'm like, what the, like, god damn it, like we did this whole stream, and all you hear is me arguing with myself. Like they know, obviously they know I was talking to someone else.
Yeah.
But like, I was like, oh, okay, it's of course. These dogs. Yeah, it's always like, it's really train of thought flew out the window. Oh yeah, streaming is just like very like, it's trial and error.
Yeah.
And also like, when is the perfect time to be on is also trial and error. Another thing, I just feel like I need to just play Fortnite all the time, and that's probably where I'll get like a bunch of my followers. I'm absolutely horrible at Fortnite, though. I've literally tried playing Fortnite multiple times, and I'm horrendous at it. So
I kept trying to get you to play it because I was like, one, I know how the algorithm works with it. Like, I'll play wherever I go, and it's like maybe a view, 2 views, whatever. Fortnite, it's like the minute you post, oh yeah, I'm playing Fortnite, everyone's like, oh, I'll watch. And it's like, but there's so much more content there. But people are just on it for that. Yeah. But you definitely at least offline we got to play once, because I bet again you're just critiquing yourself. It's like, it's just a shooter, and I've seen you play Apex, which to me looks a lot more difficult.
Well, because so yes, that is hard. So I played Apex, and it is hard.
Yeah.
Like that is a hard shooting game. That's why I'm not great at it, because the gun moves, you have to get a stabilizer, you have to do all this stuff. Unlike other games where you shoot a gun and then it's like you don't have to get a stabilizer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this way you kind of do. So like, yeah, it is harder. But Fortnite, they like build shit.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, they're building shit, and it's like computers and all this stuff, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, there's so much happening. I don't know what's going on. I've never played this before. I feel like such a fucking dork. Like, I've never played this before. It's like young kids are like talking shit about you on the chat, and you're like, yeah, I know I'm bad, you little shit. Like, I'm trying to figure out this damn game. It's I literally played it like, I think twice, and someone like and then like shot me, and I'm like, okay, cool. Like, how can I beat a computer? I'm not gonna beat the PC player. It's just not possible.
Yeah, it's always a thing with that. That's like, the worst is when you make it to like right at the end, and you're like, okay, cool, I got this game. Then you notice, oh wait, it's a PC player, because how they build is like in seconds, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like,
I like watched a video on Twitter, and I was like, how did they build it? But then you can hear them pressing the keys.
That's what it is, yeah. Once they're,
I'm like, what the hell? Like, I'm about to get a gaming laptop, man. I am. They're gonna see me in beast mode, play at work. No, I'm kidding. You're fired. What are you doing? Play video games? Play Fortnite? Let's not get good at it. Duh.
Well, for those that are looking at it, and hopefully she does come back to streaming, there's a graphic there, the Twitch channel. It's also going to be in the link down below, but also your YouTube channel, which you started streaming there, but you also post a lot more different content, your promos and stuff like that. So definitely links in the description down below, guys. Definitely go give her a follow, give her a subscribe, and support. Always support. But we'll do more plug-in later. We still got a conversation here. Because we got to talk about, like I said, we talked about wrestling, we talked about that. But we also do have an upcoming show that we can talk about, which I'll post a graphic right here, as Titan Championship Wrestling is presenting Warfare on September 25th, and you're in a tag match. You got the Funhouse Wrestling Tag Team Championships, as you'll be teaming with Gabby Gilbert against, I want to say, Dana Steele. I'm hoping not butcher names here.
I believe that's, yeah.
Okay. And Karen Tran. So there you go. How are you feeling about that?
I'm excited. I kind of wasn't expecting it. So it was like, oh, look. I mean, I love Gabby. I think she's great, you know. She's a trainer at the Dub, and she's really good at what she does. So, I mean, I'm excited to tag team with her. This will be my first time officially tag teaming with Gabby. I've been in matches against her, but not actually tag teaming. So I'm very interested. I also, actually, it's funny. I think I always say her name wrong. I don't want to say it. Miss Steele. There you go. That's how I'll say it. Me, Gabby, and her were in a triple threat match. Yeah. It was supposed to be me originally and Casey Cattell, but it was like right after. It was kind of during like COVID time, pandemic time, I should say, because I don't know if COVID's like a bad word to say on YouTube.
It's whatever. I think by now it's like once you mention pandemic, they just give you the, oh, this is the link for more information. That's about it. Right. It's like
okay. So, and then she wasn't feeling well. It wasn't COVID. It was something else, obviously. So then it became me versus, I think, Gabby, and then it became a triple threat. Okay. And then it was just like, all right, whatever. So I have been in a match with them. So it's weird. So it's funny that I'm tag teaming with Gabby. But, you know, we'll see how it goes.
All right, there you go. And you got a chance to win some gold there, so it should be fun.
No, I'm very excited about that aspect, because I think I look good with some bling bling. I look good.
There you go. That should be fun though. Funhouse. Again, congratulations to Magic on creating that. That's been looking pretty interesting with that whole Titan family and everything there. So that should be good. Should be good. But also we got to talk about another show that should be coming up, and I spoke with them beforehand, so I can't announce. Callus Wrestling. You'll be competing in September, so that should be interesting.
Yes, I was like, I had to think about where I heard something. Yes, I will be at Callus Wrestling. Yes, I'm very excited.
Yeah,
I'm very excited because it's probably I think that's my debut to wrestle there.
Yep.
I've been there as a manager.
Yep.
But I have not been there as a wrestler. So.
Well then, they have something to look forward to now. Just see.
Yeah.
Because the promos you guys have been doing have been definitely interesting and out of the box. So hopefully they're looking forward to the in-ring action now.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be able to debut. You know what I mean? Like I said, I usually am like most of the majority of my time I've been at promotions, and then I'll be at promotions as like a manager.
Yeah.
So now I'll be promoting being as a wrestler.
Yeah. I'm surprised my like Luna's calm, because I'm like, usually that's the best thing about podcasting, that's like the animals start to react. Because it's like they know once everything's recording.
Like, who the hell else is here? Oh, scaring other things. I can't right now. They're like, she's like going nuts. I can't deal with her. Really. I think she wants to go out. I can't deal with her. Like, I can't. Dogs, unpredictable.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it. But also, something I do have to bring up, because I know it's something else we can talk about here, is the love for horror.
Yes.
Because we are starting to get into that spooky season. Halloween's coming up, so what are you looking forward to? Halloween-wise, horror-wise?
Candyman's coming out this week. I didn't know.
Yeah, it is.
I had no idea Candyman was coming out this week. I was like, what? You know what I mean? Like, it was just kind of crazy. You know, I just, like, I felt like I randomly saw that it was coming out this week. And I was like, what the hell is coming out this week? I'm excited to see that. I really genuinely love the original. So, you know, and it's Jordan Peele. So, obviously, it's going to be good. Like, I feel like I don't know if anyone's worried about it not being good, but I think
yeah, it's in perfect hands with Jordan Peele. I feel like it's been promoted so well. Again, I say his mindset for horror movies and just that genre right now has been insane. The stuff he did with Us, the stuff he did, it's been great. So I'm looking forward to his interpretation, I guess, of Candyman.
Yeah, I mean, like, I haven't really heard. I mean, I guess I'm not one of those people who like to like read a lot of articles and stuff on stuff, because I feel like then, to me, I feel like either I overhype it and then I won't like it, or like I'm just like like I feel like I'm over it by the time it actually comes out. To me, I like to be like, I'm super love nothing spoiled free. Like, I'm one of those people, like, once you spoil something for me, I don't even want to watch the movie anymore. Like, this is ruined. So
yeah, it kind of kills the idea of it. It's like if you hear too much or this and that. That's been my thing with Spider-Man now. With Far From Home, I'm like, I don't want to hear anything, because it's like,
I feel like they're just throwing shit at a wall. And like, I bet they're just putting random shit out there, and it's not even going to be what's happening within the movie. I think it's just like trying to get buzz for the movie. But I feel like if you do too much, and people are like, they don't want to see it.
Yeah.
Like, they just don't want to see it, don't care about it. I mean, unless you're like a super hardcore fan, I guess you would be like, oh, I'm excited for all this stuff. But I don't know. It's kind of like, to me, I think it just ruins the illusion of the film.
Yeah.
Like, if you know too much, then it's like, what is the surprise of the film when you go into it?
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I feel like that changed my mindset now after watching the MCU Disney shows now. That's like the minute I'm like overhyping it for myself, and I'm like, yeah, this should happen by the finale. And then it's like, so now I'm like, you know what? Not going to expect too much. Whatever happens. And I'll enjoy it a lot more that way.
I still have not finished WandaVision or Falcon and Winter Soldier. I just have not. I finished Loki. I love Loki.
And that was the best finale though. So you're good.
I loved that show. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
But I feel like the other ones, I was like, oh, I'll just get to it. Like, I can wait.
Yeah.
And if I feel that way, then I know I didn't really love it. Like, because to me, I'm like, I want to see it right now. Like, if I really love it. But like, if I don't, and I'm like, I can wait, then I didn't really care for it.
Yeah, but what it took me a minute to watch. Like, I was like, okay, it's where it's going. I don't see it ending like it should have. So it took me like a day or two. Low key, I was like, no, the minute it was out, I needed to watch it.
I loved Loki. I thought it was great. I think it was one of the best ones out of the other two, which is very unfortunate. But I don't know. maybe I'm just marveled out though. Like I feel like
Yeah.
maybe it's like it's too much. Now they have the what if, cha cha. Which like I thought I like all right. It's like okay. I feel like maybe if what if came out like 5 years ago, that would have been cool because you've been like, oh, cool. But I feel like it's just like Marvel's so oversaturated right now. I love how we talked about horror and then went into Marvel. But Marvel is
we'll make the turnaround. It's okay.
Yeah. Marvel is so saturated right now, I feel like. It's just...
Yeah.
And Loki's so good. Like, just... I can watch anything with Loki. Like, I feel like if they did, like, a what if with Loki, I'd be excited. Even though it's probably not, like... like, what can they possibly do?
Yeah, I feel like this whole season of the show was like the what if. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is kind of yeah.
So to me, I'm like, they don't even need to do one. I do like the one with T'Challa. I do
yeah, that one pulled. That one hit the heartstrings there. That was like, we knew it was coming because they announced this was the last thing he did. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, like that's why I genuinely loved it. I also genuinely loved her saying cha cha. Like it just made me laugh because I was like, that's so cute. Like Nebula being Gamora in a sense.
Yeah.
And he was Peter Quill. So yeah, it was cute. Shipper. I'm shipping them. Nebula and T'Challa. Like, what bitch?
Hey, that's the point of what if. It's like there's different options. I feel like that's the perfect thing because it's legit what Stan Lee said once in an interview that he was like when everyone says, oh, who would have won in this? Who would have done this if this happened? He's like, whatever I write. And there you go. The what if is perfectly that example. That's like, this is it.
Right.
This could have happened.
Right.
So it's awesome there. But I feel like that's what it is. Like it is oversaturated though. I'll say that just because we got so much so quick that I feel like at one point we were like, there's too little because we were like, oh, we have a whole year without a movie in a sense with last year. And now it's like, we got all the shows. We got Black Widow. We're getting Hawkeye, I believe, in a month or two. So it's like, it's so much now. It's like, okay, we can take a break again.
I feel like we were been oversaturated on Marvel. I feel like most movies are Marvel movies.
Yeah.
I feel like there's nothing really coming out. I feel like, it's just, I know that like Marvel fans are like, yeah, what are you talking about? But it's like, dude, for the last 10 years, I'm going to say, I think that's not right. I think it's more like maybe 8 or 9. It's been Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Like, what else has really come out in movie theaters other than a Marvel movie? You know what I mean? Like, and I hate that kind of maybe that may sound contentious. That's not what I mean because I love comic book films. Like, I loved when The Dark Knight came out. Like, all these things I really, really loved. It's just, it became to a point where like anything that was worthwhile was a Marvel film.
Yeah.
And then if you didn't watch it, everyone would spoil it for you. So you had to like rush and watch it the first like 3 days. It wasn't something like people gave you like a week to like, okay, like, oh, let's give them a week. Like, no, it was like almost immediately people were spoiling stuff. So you had to like run and watch it. And to me, it's just like, okay, cool. Like, at least with Star Wars, everyone was like, don't spoil it, give it a week. And like, I feel like most people listened and didn't really spoil the new Star Wars. Yeah,
Marvel fans don't listen. It's like, even when Infinity War happened, it was like the next day. They started putting memes and everything. It's like,
yeah, you had to be off the internet pretty much. Like, any of these things happen, even with the Marvel shows, it's like almost instantly. Like if you didn't watch it that night or whenever time it comes out, which is like it's usually like the afternoon. It's not even night.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, if you didn't watch it, then everyone spoiled it by then.
Yeah.
And especially if people watched it at 3 a.m, then they were already spoiling it by the time you woke up in the morning. Like one time it was a low-key spoiler. I didn't wait. Someone, I guess, watched it at 3 a.m. and wrote a tweet about it. And I was like reading a little, and I was like, oh, this is I can tell this is a spoiler.
Yeah.
And I like clicked out of Twitter real quick, and I had to go to work, and it's like, can you give it like at least 24 hours?
Yeah, it's gotten so oversaturated that people just expect, oh, you have to watch it the minute it comes out. It's like,
Yeah,
But
it's ridiculous. It's absolutely asinine. Like I think it's just really ridiculous. And I've come to think it's weird because I feel like Twitter is the reason why this happened.
yeah,
Like Twitter happened, and everyone has to like live tweet something that's happening, right?
Yep.
Like, let's say if you're watching, they used to do this like when you would watch Sons of Anarchy or something stupid. Like, someone that you followed would be live tweeting it as soon as it happened, and it was like, can you stop? Like, I'm not watching it right now. How can I possibly watch it at this moment? And you're spoiling the whole episode for me. It's literally like Twitter. And Tumblr, I will say that as well. Because Tumblr, people would guess almost immediately what happened and were like spoiled on what was going on. And I think that's just like, unfortunately, there's this sort of culture now where like you don't even give anyone else an opportunity to watch something. It's just like instant gratification and instant like I don't know if it's a narcissistic personality quirk that most people have, but it is what it is. It's just unfortunate. But people only do it with certain things. Like I haven't really I'll like I said, like Marvel that people will do it. And I haven't really seen anyone really do it about other stuff lately. But it's been like, oh, if it's Marvel, it's like there's no.
Yeah, because I was even gonna say like Suicide Squad came out. What was it? A week, 2 weeks ago, and not many people spoiled it till like a few days later that they started talking about certain characters that they were like, oh, this is good, this is good. It's like, okay. And it came out the weirdest hour too, because it came out like randomly the day before it was announced.
Yeah.
And I was like,
it came out at a random time.
Yeah.
At like 11, like 7 or something.
Yeah, it was like 7. It was at 7, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll watch it because it was just out. But then I saw no one talk about it, so I was like, okay, I'll wait.
Yeah, like I honestly didn't see many people talk about the DC film until way later.
Yep.
And like I get it because like that movie was like, oh crap, like you were on acid the whole time. You were literally on acid. That was it. That was the film. Like, oh, you're on acid the whole time. But like I didn't really see anyone post memes, and there's no way people didn't watch it, right? Like,
Yeah, of course.
like there's no way no one watched it. I mean, like obviously not a lot of people watched it, like King Kong versus Godzilla, but there's no way people didn't watch it. Like, I know people watched it. It's a free fucking movie that came out. Like, what? I wish more movies. I watched The Quiet Place 2 like 3 months after it came out, which wasn't free. You had to pay for it to be rented, and then eventually it was free. I was like, I'm just gonna wait. Like, why not?
Yeah.
No, you good? Like,
No, but I guess it's the fandom. But like with horror, I guess we really don't have to worry about that. It's more of like worrying about hearing the plot line. Like with Marvel, it's like everything just gets spoiled. With horror, you just kind of don't want to hear how they do this, how they do that.
well, someone spoiled the new Saw for me, and I didn't even want to see it. I didn't care to see it, but I was like, if I happen to see it, it's fine.
Yeah.
And it was on Tumblr. Someone spoiled the ending, and I was like, and it was out. It was only out for like, I guess like it had to be a week. Someone like got that and told them, and they were like, it's been out for like 2 weeks, a week now, and it's like, yeah, but not everyone. I get it, but not everyone has like, not everyone is home.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Again, I feel like that's the issue. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm home, so I can do whatever I want. And not everyone's in the same predicament as you. So, but like, yeah, I was like, oh, okay, I'm never gonna watch this film. Like, now it's definitely like the ending is definitely spoiled for me. And I don't really care. I don't really give a shit about the Saw movies. So
yeah, I never gave it like I haven't given it a chance yet. But I'm like, I'll just wait because it didn't really like bring me in. Like Candyman, I know I'm probably gonna end up seeing this weekend because it looks like it's drawing me in. Yeah, but that sucks when it's like it's spoiled that. Like, I know of Halloween, I'm staying off the internet till I watch it because that's another one that it's gonna be insane.
I feel like people. I don't know. I don't know if people will spoil that. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but probably. Yeah, I probably won't be on Tumblr because I follow a horror thing on Tumblr, and that's fine. So like they like there's a lot of movies that I haven't watched, and I'll be like, oh, okay, that's the ending of that that movie.
And that's what you hated because it's like, oh, okay, so I guess this is how it ends, or oh, they killed him like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we'll definitely most of these we'll have to keep off till we watch, or because I have to do the cheap plug now. I have the graphics set up. So it's reviewed on the Just Chillin' Network on Chillin' Killin' Podcast. Because I know those are definitely going to be, they have to be reviewed on there. Like, well, hopefully I'm back as a rotating cast member because I have to talk to.
I mean, I hope so, but we'll see. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the big boss on that one, so I still gotta do my top 10. I think we're gonna do like a YouTube video.
Yeah.
On that because like unfortunately we did it and the audio was garbage. Like we had everyone, audio was garbage, so we couldn't post it. And then I did a quick rundown, I think, before one of the other reviews.
Yeah.
The top 10 right before the review actually started. So like I think like you know we felt like it kind of wasn't fair because everyone else got their top 10 and it was like their own podcast. So I think we're going to do a YouTube video of it, but we'll see. I'm not yet.
Oh, cool. Well, there you go, guys. Check out for that. Again, links will be in the description. Everything's down there. I made sure I put everything beforehand.
Everything.
So
All of it.
But definitely, yeah. And the top 10s those are some cool ones. Like I know I did mine that I was like, okay, how can I pop everyone on the cast? Because Travis wanted his European or just something out there. So I was like, here you go. Here's one of my top 10.
Yeah, I mean, like wrestling, horror films, the horror fans have ice cream. The flavor of ice cream. You like violence porn. You like thrillers. You like maybe not all the way horror, but kind of horror elements. You like ghosts. There's so many.
Yeah.
So that's why like mine is kind of all over the place. Like I don't have a lot of. I've watched super gory films.
Yeah.
Like to be fair, I used to love the Devil Rejects when I was like in high school. Like that was one of my favorite films. Now as an adult, I realized I don't really like it as much. Like it's kind of it's kind of a lot. Like I feel like in high school it was kind of edgelord, so that's probably why. But I really genuinely loved that film when I was young. I literally was baby for Halloween at one point. So like yeah, I really genuinely loved that film a lot when I was in high school. But now as an adult, I'm like I'm not a big fan of like a lot of gore, and I think as a high schooler it was all about it.
Yeah.
As gory as could possibly be, I love it. But like now I'm like I don't care for it. It's not needed at all. I feel like it's just not like maybe some point
yeah.
You can add a little gore and you're like ooh fuck. But if it becomes like a whole fucking movie, it's just like guts and titties and blood everywhere. It's just whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucking lame. But you know, I guess this is what's growing up is like.
Yeah, I guess it definitely our tastes and stuff like that definitely change. With me, I feel like my biggest thing with horror is like when they get you psychologically. Like that's when I like a good horror movie, when it messes with you and you start thinking about, okay, I get this, and it starts connecting. That's my biggest thing with those movies.
I like realistic ones. More realistic. Because those are scary.
Wait, so what do you define as realistic though? Because now I'm thinking like, okay, like serial killer wise, it's like that could possibly happen. But what do you define as like a realistic horror movie?
Like a lot of the home invasion films are terrifying.
Okay.
Yeah, like those are like, to me, I feel like a lot of people are like, that's not scary. But like that could fucking happen. You know what I mean? And like, that's scary. Like, I feel like for me, if it's just unrealistic, then I'm just like, I like it. It's a good film, but
yeah, it's like,
it's not scary, and that's the whole point of horror film, right? It's supposed to kind of get scary. Like, it's supposed to kind of get scared. That's the whole point of that. Like, Scream is terrifying. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
See, that's what it was. There was like, we just started dissing movies that's like, it's not realistic enough.
I know.
They tried to shut us down.
Horror gods were like, fuck you. We're gonna cut you down. Like Scream, terrifying. Not really. Like, it's not a scary movie, but it is. Right? There's elements of where it's scary. But like overall, it's not really. But like, if you think about it, that's fucking terrifying. And someone's like random. I mean, you can't do that. The only reason why you can't do it anymore is because you always can find out whose number is who.
Yeah.
Right? Even if it's blocked, you can eventually find out who called you.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not like I feel like it definitely is like a 90s element to it, right? Where you have to like you could block someone's phone number, you can block your
And
phone
then
number.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's why that was scary. Because think about it, anyone can call you and be like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you," and you're like, "Great, I don't know who this person is." Like, that's terrifying. But you know, I like me. I love horror. So like to me, it doesn't even matter what it is, unless it's just overtly cheesy and bad. Then like, it's not it. Like I did not care for the Fear Street movies. I feel like so many people were like in love with them. And
Yeah.
it was like this is not. It's boring. Like the first one was okay.
Yeah.
But all the characters were super fucking unlikable. All of them. Minus the kid. Like, the kid who was, like, talking to the girl, like, the internet kid. I don't know his name. The girl's brother. He's the only one that was likable because he's, like, a naive kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But everyone else was, like, fucking... Like, am I supposed to like these people? Like, am I supposed to cheer for them? But they're not even, like, super unlikable where you can kind of like them. Like, there's a TV show called Todd and the Pure Book of Evil, which is really good. It's a horror TV show.
Okay.
It's from Canada. There's elements of layers of like cheesiness on it. Obviously, like it's not really an adult TV show, but it kind of is because Canada like they like to blur the lines where they can do and say certain things more than like here in America where we can, like for teenagers in a sense where they can't really say too much.
Yeah, because our rating system like kind of dilutes a lot of stuff. So
right. So it's like adult. It's like a young adult, I guess I should say. Like, okay. So like maybe 19, 18, 20-year-old kind of TV show, and randomly saw it on Netflix and fucking instantly fell in love with it. Trying to get Anthony to watch it. It's so difficult to get things for him to watch things. And I don't think we like it, unfortunately. But if you see it for what it is, it's really good. But they're all unlikable. But you're like, I kind of find them funny as well. So they're not super unlikable where you're like, I can't root for them. I don't like them.
No.
But they're like there's like these characters are supposed to be unlikable.
Okay.
The whole point is like the kid gets the Pure Book of Evil is from the devil. If you get anything from the devil, you're supposed to be a fucking unlikable prick, right? Kind of like Ash in Evil Dead. You know how Ash is kind of unlikable?
Yeah.
Like he's likable, but he's kind of unlikable. It's like that, right?
Okay,
like,
so I think he might like that. I'm kind of intrigued now by it. That's like, now I have to watch it as well. Okay.
Right. So like the character is kind of like that, where he's just like, I think he thinks more of himself than like you're a fucking idiot. Like, you know what I mean? But like, he's kind of unlikable. Like, they're supposed to be unlikable characters. And I feel like some people just didn't get it. Like, they're like, oh, am I not supposed to like, why? Like, I'm not supposed to be these people. But like, dude, they're reading through the book of the devil. Like, they're supposed to be.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. Well, I feel like, honestly, even with horror, when you think about it, you're not supposed to like the killers, technically. Right. And then you find yourself cheering for the killers in a sense.
Sometimes,
like,
yeah, exactly.
Like my favorite horror movie is Chucky. After a while, I'm like, I love Chucky. I'm not supposed to like him though. He's trying to kill a kid.
Yeah, he's like fucking funny sometimes. Like Freddy Krueger. He's fucking killing kids, and he's hilarious. So yeah, like that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, but Fear Street, I feel like no one was likable. No one. Like,
I watched them. It was like
They're teenagers, which teenagers are fucking annoying 80% of the time. But they weren't even like, I feel like they weren't even acting like, I don't know. They were just like, I was like, I didn't
feel like it was acting in a sense. I just felt like they just said dialogue. They happen to be in a horror style.
Yeah.
I will say this. It's not a horrible movie series, but there's a lot of better content out there.
Right. Like, I didn't even finish watching the second one because I found it so boring. And everyone was like, oh, it's better than the first one. And I'm like, well, that's fucking bad because I find it boring. Like, and the first one I was like, all right, this is okay. But this one seems like it was just a filler movie. Like, it got fucking thrown in and then, I don't know. Like I said, taught in a pure book you see a bunch of kids doing shit that they're not supposed to be doing, and they're trying to defeat the devil, and it's hilarious. Like it's like a horror comedy. And it's great. Like I'd rather, like, if we were gonna go in that sense, I'd rather do that. And I get it. It was a book, and maybe the book is more likable. Like the Fear Street books are better than the actual acting that's happening. You know what I mean? But or maybe it's just like those teenagers like don't like maybe teenagers like that. I'm just like they're fucking they suck, and I don't want to see it on TV.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, there goes my dog now. I knew it was gonna happen. It's like eventually that she would start going wild. I was like, it only lasted half an hour before she starts. But what was I gonna? Oh, I lost my train of thought with that. Oh, okay, horror. Yeah, horror. It was funny. I wanted to like them because I saw a lot of reviews about it. Even Joe Gacy posted how much he liked it, and I was like, I can't get into it.
Yeah, it's just not good. That's why. Like, I see a lot of people saying they loved it, and I was just like, it's not good. Like, the music's good, sure.
Yeah.
But the movie itself is not good. Yeah. And I don't know, like, maybe I'm wrong. Obviously, it's an opinion. Yeah. But I personally just, like, if someone asked me about it, I'd be like, you can watch it, but me, I think there's other horror films that are
a lot better, yeah.
way better. That if you wanted to get into horror, tell me what you want. Like, you want thriller? Bam, I got you thriller. Nope. You want a main star that happens to be in a horror film, and they did this first before they started doing something else. Bam, and they're pretty good in this film. I can give you that. Like, that one was just like, it just felt forced. I feel like. No. I feel like a lot of it felt genuinely forced, and it just didn't feel genuine. It didn't feel like these kids even liked each other. There was like no chemistry. Like the fucking girl relationship was super toxic. It was just overall all bad. Like it just wasn't good. So like I just like I don't get over it at all.
Well then, guys, if you want to hear something better, see better movies, again, go check out Just Chillin' Network. There's a bunch of reviews there that will recommend you a lot better movies. And let's move on before we get canceled by this one movie series.
I know.
Netflix is just going to hear us like, nope, that's it. We're shutting it down. They hated our movies. Again, there's a lot better content, Netflix. We're sorry.
Whatever.
But also, let's talk about, we got to plug this as well, the merch. You do have the baddest t-shirt. There we go. Got the graphic up there on your pro wrestling tees. So again, guys, link down below.
Love it.
Yeah, love it there.
But, you guys like brass dolls like that? There you go.
There you go. There's the ad for it. Boom. But yeah, so there we go, guys. You got your horror talk, your Marvel talk. If we haven't convinced you what we like, I don't know what else will. Wait, I had to ask you, did you get to see Free Guy yet?
No. Okay. So like,
you got to watch that.
You wanted to see it.
Yeah.
I was thinking of but I was like, I don't want to see it. And then I hear it's really good. So now I have to suck it up and do it. Because Ryan Reynolds is so like hit or miss. Like some of his stuff is like really good, and then some of it's funny, and then some of it's just like downright bad.
No, this one's like, okay, I'll explain it like this, and I told Anne as well. It's Fortnite meets They Live.
Oh, okay.
That's the best way I'll explain it without spoiling the movie.
Okay.
But it is good, though. It is good.
Okay.
It is good. I even convinced Mac, because Mac was on the fence about it, too. Because it's like, when you see the commercial for it, it's like, But
I mean, I haven't even seen a trailer for it.
See, I did, and I was kind of like, that's what put me off about it. Because I was like, the trailer doesn't give it justice at all. Right. But the actual movie itself, it's funny, it's entertaining. There's a lot of different stuff in there. Like I said, to me, it felt like They Live, just, I see the video game aspect. Okay. So it's like, if you like those things, the movie's for you.
All right, we'll check it out. Like, he wants to see it, so we'll check it out.
Yeah. I was waiting because I'm like, either he's going to hate me for comparing it to They Live, or he might agree. I'm just waiting for the Andy text that's like, this is nothing like this. Because I told one of my friends that. They're like, did you just compare him to Roddy Piper? I'm like, no. I compared him to John Nada, but I'm not going to compare him to Piper.
No one's knew it.
Which I guess, okay, that's something else I wanted to talk about. Because I know you're like me, the fan of Funkos. And could you believe I still didn't get my John Nada today?
Okay, so I just got an email from Amazon telling me that my John Nada is getting delayed. Like, they specifically messaged me and was like, you have to approve. I guess if I still want this Funko, because it's being delayed. And I was like, it's literally not Hot Topic. What the fuck? I should have never pre-ordered it. But I get it. Like, I feel like stores are going to have it right away because then people are like, hey, where is it? And then, like, anything online, it's going to be like...
See, that's the worst of that, because I feel like it's always the opposite. That's like, the minute you're like, oh, they'll have it in stores, never get it.
Yeah.
So it's like, I should have pre-ordered. Most of the series now, it's been like, delays. I'm like...
Yeah, I think it's because of what's going on overseas, obviously.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, that's the issue. But it's just like, if you don't fucking pre-order, then you miss out in the store.
Yep.
And you have to buy from a third party, and that sucks because they always fuck you, scalpers, fuck you, because you guys always overcharge everything. I don't give a fuck if people get butthurt about that. Like, I've cursed way too much because this is how mad I get. Like, they are the worst. They come in, even if they come in the store, like, you can't even buy anything. You have to wake up at like 6 in the morning, wait online, which is psychotic. It's literally a $10 item. Why are you doing this?
Nope.
Wait online, go in store. Hopefully they have enough for everyone that's online, and then go from there. And it's just, it has made like buying Funkos so unenjoyable. Like, a lot of the Funkos that I've actually got has been me just happened to find them in the stores.
Yeah.
And some of them have not been. Like, a lot of the stitches have not I've had a hard time getting. Minus 2 that I got for my birthday. But like, a lot of the ones that I have right now are ones that I saw it in the store and grabbed it. It's like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Minus the blacklight ones. Those were the ones like got off of the third party, and it's like, it sucks because it's just like, I don't collect Funkos heavily like that anyways. Like, I was never really, at first I didn't want them at all, and people were buying them for me for my birthday, and like Christmas and shit, and I was like, okay, what the fuck am I gonna do with these? A lot of them are like ones that I got, and I was like, what the hell can I do with all this crap? And then I started fucking buying on my own because I liked things that were coming out and I wanted it. And now it's like, now I'll actively look at stuff that I want. But I'm not like I'm gonna buy like something. If I buy like 2, like, I'll buy what I want.
Yeah.
I'm not a completist.
I feel like if you become a completist, it's just like you're aiming to just fail with it. Like, you'll never be able to complete a set. Like, I'm like that. That's like, I have to just buy what I like and that's it. Because it's like certain ones, it's like you're never gonna find. Like, either
certain things go to certain stores.
Yeah.
And you're like, I bought the Suicide Squad one, 2 of them, Suicide Squad. I didn't buy Flag, sorry, because I was like, the box was fucked up and there was only one Flag.
No.
Also, I don't really care for Flag. Like, I do. No spoilers. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah.
I'm upset about what happened, but not for me to get a photo of him. Like, I was like,
yeah, okay. I've seen so many of them. Like, even the other day when I saw the Nada, I was like, I saw Perfect Box, and I was like, it doesn't make me want to buy it.
Right.
Like, there's a bunch of those that's like, you see them and you're like,
Yeah, exactly. I bought the polka dot guy because I thought he was funny and interesting, and his Funko was cool. I wanted to buy Ratcatcher, but she wasn't there. There was like, I wanted to get Harley Quinn, wasn't there. I got it to Keychain instead, and I was like, that's fine. I'd rather it's Keychain because I have enough Harley Quinn. So it's like, do I really need another one? The answer is no. But I want a Ratcatcher, and then and then I saw it. I want King Shark too because I love Shark.
Yeah, King Shark. I gotta find one because he was hilarious. Yeah, I think that's an exclusive one too. I think it's an exclusive, so that's going to be horrible. Yeah.
So stupid. So dumb. It's like hard to find. All right, cool, bye. Like, I'm not going to go crazy for it. If I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't care.
No.
But I also didn't like Ratcatchers. either. Like I was just like, I don't like her Funko. Like I wanted her. She's like one of my favorite characters out of that squad. But it was just like, I don't care for the Funkos. I'm not getting it. So like,
yeah, I found one the other day. I was like, I'll pick it up because out of the whole set, I think the only ones I want are her. I got Bloodsport. I got the 2 Harleys, just because I don't know why I bought two of them, but whatever. And Polka Dot. That's it. The other ones, I'm like, eh.
It was a Walmart exclusive. I bought Boomerang.
Yeah.
But I bought Boomerang because yeah.
Yeah, it's like we can't, yeah.
I feel like, yeah, exactly. I was like, and also one of my favorite characters, not happy about what happened.
Yeah.
Not happy. Literally one of my favorite characters. Love him in a comic book. Then that happened, and I was like, no
yeah,
spoilers.
I'm not gonna, yeah. You guys, if you can put 2 and 2 together, you can get why we're not happy about it. It's,
not happy.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah, I gotta try to find that one just because of that. But rest of them, it's like, King Shark, I want to try to find, but other than that, I'm like, I'm good.
I think he's exclusive because they didn't see it, and I'm like, but that's what I'm saying. You have to be elitist. They're all over. They're not in the same store. No. So it's like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry, I'm not. It's just not happening, and I'm not doing it. I'm not going around fucking Walgreens, Walmart, Hot Top. That's just not what I'm gonna do. Like it's just. Those people who do that for a living, that's why they're scalpers. Good for them. Like, I
can't, like, when I see people, they're legit doing those hunts and will go from one to the other. I'm like, why? Like, if you find it, luckily, cool. It's like.
No, they just, and then they'll buy, like, they don't even buy, like, one or, like, they don't even buy, like, 2. They'll buy, like, the whole. Like,
the whole set or the case of it,
yeah. The whole thing. Yeah. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, no one else can buy it. It's just there's places to buy. So it's like people who like were able to get it multiple times were getting it and then reselling it, and it's like, dude, come on, like it's not fair. You're not making it easy for anyone. I just hate scalpers. No. Like I really genuinely do. I think they're just like, and I know like I follow this Funko page on Facebook, and they like laugh at anyone who thinks about scalpers, and I'm like, you guys are the fucking worst. Like, you guys are the fucking worst. Like, you guys just are. It's like, it loses the appeal and the fun of even actually collecting items. Because there's some of them that are like the Caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. I really wanted to live that character. And then I got it with third party. It wasn't really expensive. It was only $22, which isn't that bad. Yeah. But it's still, like, I had to spend. Yeah,
the fact that you have to still go through that, it's like.
I still have to spend the other extra $10 or something. It's only $10.90 something. Yeah. Like, that's stupid. So it's just all very annoying. Yeah. And like, and it's just this. Like, and once they know people want something, that's it. Like, remember the Loki crocodile thing? I bet you half those people who bought that were not even fans.
They didn't even know who it was. They're just like. Everyone was asking for it so much that we said it. We're like, the minute it goes on sale, we're screwed.
Yeah.
And it legit happened in, a minute?
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't even know what happened until you messaged me. I was like, okay, cool. I was watching someone who was doing an auction of Funkos. And he said something, and I was like, oh, you don't even know what this character is. You don't even know. Like, he was saying, oh, this is the anime, and it was the Umbrella Academy. And the Umbrella Academy is not an anime. TV show, and I was just like,
see, that's what just pisses me off with that, because it's like, again, if you're gonna collect, if you're buying these, at least know what it is. Right. Like, there's one of my favorite Funko YouTubers. He just buys to buy sometimes, and I'm like, he has a cool collection, but I'm like, when he does the wrestling ones, he's like, oh yeah, this is a cool one. Doesn't know who they are. I'm like, why are you picking it up? Like, he was able to collect, he got both Guerrero and China like that, and didn't know who they were. I was like,
that's insane. And to me, personally to me, I think Funkos are like, I don't think they're anything to go crazy for.
Yeah.
There's other toys that you can get that are way better than Funko. I have them because someone gave them to me, and I was like, I might as well just get things that I like rather than having people just buy me stuff that they don't like. Okay, like, oh, she likes Nightmare Before Christmas. Let's just buy her this That's what it was. I was like, oh, she likes this thing. Let's buy her this Funko
Yeah.
and give it to her. And then it's like, okay, cool, but I didn't ask for this. Thank you. So I was like, let me buy shit that I want because if I'm gonna have them, I'm gonna go buy them because some of them are like ones that you can't even sell. They're not gonna make money. So it's like, why? Like a lot of the gifts ones that I got, super old. I looked to see if they would sell because obviously, like, I don't want them. They're taking up space. I might as well resell them. And they weren't going to sell for nothing. So they were mine. I'll just keep them here. And then maybe one day they'll sell. But I doubt it. And it's just like, I feel bad selling. I usually feel bad selling gifts. But it was like those ones were given to me because they didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, there's ones that people gave me now that they know that I wanted them.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that I want. But there's just some that like, they just bought to buy just to say, here, I got you a fucking gift. Like, okay, cool. Don't give me a gift then. Like,
Yeah, I think that's what most people are telling me now. It's like, oh, just get you a Funko. I'm like, you sure? Do you know what I'm gonna like with it? Like,
right, exactly.
That's the worst of it.
You really have to know like what the person wants.
Yeah. But that's the stuff, guys. I always say my addiction's real with it because it started out with like I would never collect them, but then I noticed compared to the other stuff, it takes up the least amount of space.
Yeah.
In my thing, because I would love to collect like the NECAs and stuff like that, but it's like, yeah, it's not gonna fit anywhere.
It takes well. I wish I was an out of boxer. I've been taking some of the Pokemon ones out.
Yeah.
I have. Because I'm like, oh, I'm not going to resell these. They're cute. I want them out. They are less space if they're out of the box. But if you want to sell them, then you need to keep them in the box. Also, where are you going to put the boxes? Like, are you going to throw them away? Like, no, you need the boxes to get rid of them. So, like, might as well just keep them in the box. So now I have those 2 Pokemon fucking boxes just sitting there. And I'm like, I don't even know where to put this because... what the heck? Where the fuck is it gonna go? So yeah.
Yeah, that's the dilemma. Like me, I like keeping them. They're all in boxes. They're all there, but it's like I don't know if I'll sell them. There's a few that I know have like tripled in value by now, but it's like, I'm not really looking.
I have one that has a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I've looked. It's the Jaws one with the blood.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
Yeah, like I'm like, it was a gift. This one. You know who. I was like, you should sell it. And I'm like, but it was a gift. Like, from him.
What's funny, he's given me one and told me, oh, if you ever want to sell it, it's worth something. I'm like, why would I sell it? It's a gift.
Exactly.
Like,
it's a Latino thing. That's it.
Yeah, once it's gifted to you, it's like, it's never going anywhere.
Exactly. It's a Latino.
Hey, what's up, we got people Matt. How's it going? Yeah, no, it can never, it's like, once it's there, that's it. And it's funny, I have a whole row of just gifts now. Cause I'm trying to organize like, okay, by movie, by this, okay, gifts are going here.
No, you're like, what I was doing, originally I had all like Tim Burton characters together. And then I had all the Stitches together, or Disney next to Stitch. Okay. Then I was like, I had the big Stitch that was in the rocking thing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now I'm like, I had to rearrange stuff around. So I moved like some of my Tim Burton film ones in a different section so I could move this here. And I like messed up the function of my pattern. I gotta figure it out.
I think that's the biggest thing. Like, again, that's why I say I'm good. I have a few NECAs because, again, thanks to a certain someone, I got into those, but I'm like, yeah, I can't do it because I have everything in box.
Right, I have a Ghostface NECA. I haven't put it out yet because I'm scared it's gonna break. So I need that pool to open it for me because I'm scared it's gonna break. And I love Ghostface.
Again, guys, these are the things when you collect. Let us know your crazy collections down below.
Exactly.
We'll try to help you guys out with how to maintain that. Amazon. Oh wait, Amazon. That's my biggest plug right there. Go to Amazon. You'll find anything.
Yeah.
Like legit.
On Amazon.
That's
You'll find anything.
That's been my save there. Just Amazon. But okay, let's start winding this down because if not, we'll be here for hours talking everything. So, first off, we got to talk about, okay, so what's next, especially wrestling wise? What are you looking to do next? What is your goals coming up with everything?
That's a good question. I mean, okay, so for me right now, with everything, it's hard to say goals when I feel like everything's gonna close down again. So it's like, for me, I'm just like waiting for the other shoe to drop right now. Personally, I just want to keep doing more matches and get more comfortable. I feel like if I keep doing that, then I'll get in the right direction and eventually find my footing and what I need to do. But right now with wrestling, I just feel like the shoe is just gonna drop and everything's gonna close down again. And only certain shows were running. And
Yeah.
if you're not a part of, or if they don't think you're great enough for their show, then you're not a part of it. And then it was like 2-3 people that were doing stuff. So really, if you don't fit in with what they want, then you're not going to be booked. So like I said, just waiting for the other two to drop. That's it right now.
No. Okay. So also, I have to. This is usually the question I ask everyone. I hate asking it because I know it's like this is what breaks people. Like, now I gotta think. What's the end goal? In a perfect world, the pandemic's gone, everything. What's the end goal?
Perfect world. Perfect world. It would be. I would have a life like CM Punk. I got signed, did my thing, had fun doing wrestling, even though near the end he didn't. Go do movies, like do a horror film. That would be great. Maybe it's like AJ Lee did like a comic and like wrote a book. Like that would kind of be like that. It's like long term, full out. Do wrestling, get signed, do wrestling for as long as they can. You know what I mean? Not 18, so as long as you possibly can within wrestling. Do whatever, do whatever after that. Like, I want to do a movie film, okay. Like, I want to do fucking Fast and Furious, okay. You know what I mean? Like, be able to have that opportunity to be like, okay, did wrestling, finish that, did my goals there, then go to a next goal, maybe acting.
Yeah.
I write a book or something. You know what I mean? Like, you can go from there. Like, being in that sense, like having enough to feel comfortable and not having to go back to like a job I hate. That's kind of what the end goal would probably be.
See, I like that though.
I want, and that's it.
I like that comfortability. Like, I feel like that's usually when I ask people, they're like, "Oh, just to get signed." I'm like, "But what else?" Like,
yeah,
because I feel like that's just the first step. A lot of times, like you just mentioned with Punk, he got signed. He was at the top. He didn't feel like he was though. He felt what he felt. Now it's like it seems like he's happening again. So I feel like that's a perfect thing to want that comfortability and be happy with what you're doing.
Right.
So that's awesome. That's great. So once again, though, guys, let's make sure I plug everything here. So again, whenever she comes back, because again, I'm just gonna plug Twitch right there. You got BreakWorlds _. You got the YouTube there, which again, it's her name, so just find it there. Let's see what else we got. What else? Okay, perfect. The social medias. There you go. Got the graphic there. Instagram, Twitter. Also, links are in the description, so definitely check all those out. Like we said, September the 25th, she'll be in action. Well, hopefully, again, we never know. Titan Championship Wrestling Warfare, where she possibly will be tag team champions. Hopefully.
On my words.
But also, guys, if you're a fan of the podcast, which I hope you are, we got some announcements. I did say earlier today, I'll be making some announcements. But first, next episode, which will be tomorrow, 8 p.m., I'll be talking with the game changer himself, Big Game Leroy. That'll be episode number 5. And now, I'm going to do a little drum roll. The big announcement episode number 6 next Monday at 7:30 p.m. I'll be talking with the zombie princess himself, Jimmy Jacobs.
Woo! That's
There
awesome.
you go, guys. So, again, hope you guys enjoyed. Again, go follow her on everything. Check out, hold on, got to plug that as well. Just Chilling Network. Jeez.
Yeah, just chilling. You can't be killing in there. What are you doing?
Well, because I'm used to the podcast, the Just Killing podcast.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Just killing podcast. Yeah.
There you go, guys. Check that out. Support everything. Support the fam over there. And there you go. Once again, thank you so much, Valentina, for coming on and having a couple day. Hope it was fun.
I had so much fun.
Awesome. Again, guys, as always, don't forget to be wise, be genuine, be real, be better people. And as always, follow the law. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.